Hello. Welcome. It is I, the stealer of Luffy beats, copyright free music, and low energy videos. Though, you'd be low energy too, if you had to do all the jumping around I've had to do today. I'm not counting my workout, which I somehow managed to just scrape in. We need to talk. First, hi! Hope you're fantastic, hope you're doing well. Hope you are amazing balls, as we used to say when we were young whippersnappers. Lols, even. I want to say that any help, greatly appreciated, in the form of like, a share, a subscribe, and even a donation towards the almighty American trip. Which, yes, is still happening. I'll tell you how that money's going, by the way, once I'm finished with these important announcements. I'll lower it down on my end. Cannot control the beats of the Lofi. The Lofi. Technically the lo-fi, but I call it the Lofi beats. Now, don't forget to check out the links down below for Discord, Twitter, Twitch, and if you are so inclined, I'm also on Blue Sky. Now, nothing else really matters right now, because I need to say, I had to do a hard reset on my computer, and everything shot to shit. I can stream like this, and I got Steam working, I got Epic working, and I got GOG working, so we can game. So the basic streams seem to be okay. Discord is working. I can't access Twitter. It doesn't recognize my account name. I don't understand. I also have lost tons of passwords that I've been scrounging to get back. The reason why it all fell apart is I have no idea. As far as I can tell, everything started to slow down. So I started to think, oh, maybe it's a memory issue. Cleared up some memory, didn't help. Maybe it needs stuff to be turned off. Maybe there's a third party. Checked, nothing. Eventually had to hard reset everything. The biggest damage... Look what they've done with my boy. Look at Bearded Ramblings here. We lost the TVs, we've lost the texts, we've lost the frames. And I can't get them back. So... yeah. That's annoying, to say the least. It's not the end of the world. I'll take this if it means my computer runs as smooth as it can. Another problem is something I had years ago, the syncing issue. For whatever reason, Google is just not syncing. If I close Google Chrome, it'll just not connect. And I have to reset everything. I have to sign back into everything. So when I wake up, Google Chrome turns on and it doesn't stay off. That's what I'm going to be doing from here on out until I know what the problem is. Might have something to do with cookies, might have something to do with Permissions. I fixed it before. I don't remember how. As you can imagine, I'm a little bit peeved today. I'm a bit pissed off. Feels like I had to do an exterminatus because someone coughed weird. But it's done. And all we can do is pick up the pieces. Oh, and also certain games, probably the saves might be off. I'm gonna have to check other games for the saves and what have you. It's shit. It's pure shit. But so goes in the life of a streamer. Anyway, but that's it. As you can tell, I'm not that beat up about it. I'm more exhausted than anything. Tomorrow we have the drinking stream with Elf King joining us. You better enjoy it. Oh, I'm not gonna spoil, but something happened today about the drinking stream. Gonna have to show you guys tomorrow. As for next time I do Twitch and games and the like, maybe I'll give it a try tomorrow. For now, I'm not gonna do constant YouTube, Twitch, YouTube, Twitch, YouTube, Twitch, okay? I'm not. Anyway, about the trip. I haven't started on anything yet because I'm paying off everything in advance first on my side of the pond. Bills, rent, stuff like that. Just in case you're wondering if there's any movement on that. There won't be any movement on that for this whole month. But as a result, there won't be any problems that will come up. Getting it all out of the way first. So, it's one more reason why I'm bound to this chair. Looking up at that number above me. This is only technically day 4 now. 4 of. Really? Thank you. Weird. Everything's reset. Even my calendar is reset. It's weird. Anyway. 4 of 31. Technically, tomorrow be a bigger thing because I'll have to hold off partaking in drink for 1 whole month. Can I do it? Bloody well hope so. Be fine for the first week. The second week. Anyway. Beyond that, I want to say it's been fun so far. Fun day when I got a chance to not scream at this screen. For example, I had to... I finished watching The Boys last night. Now I'm starting season 4. Been enjoying season 4 so far. Only on episode 1 though. Didn't really have the time to be watching stuff while things kept on restarting, you know? Oh, the watch party this Monday. I'm gonna watch some South Park. Anyone can come, join our Discord, link in the doobly-doo. And Bearded Ramblings, such as it is still on. Landon will be joining us. In a way, the TVs were cool, but in a way, the podcast kind of looks a bit cleaner now. And even the topic of tonight's show, all my bookmarks, they're all gone. Everything. The old stuff, the new stuff. So we're just gonna go balls deep into whatever we feel like. I'll see your mom. Oh! Didn't realize. Oh, hey, Raisin. Yeah, I've been catching up with people. Or rather, catching people up with the bullshit that has come out involving my tech issues. Behold. Look how they massacred my boy. I mean, Bearded Ramblings still operates, so... Look, we even saved all the GIFs. Mr. D... Buff... Well, I was thinking of dropping Buff. And the Karen. So it's not the end of the world. Oh, haven't even checked 3 drinks minimum. Let me try that again. Haven't even checked 3 drinks minimum today. Oh. You switch to that format? Probably different. Look at this. All the ratios are fucked. Have to drag everything back. Mango's still up on screen. She's really convenient. Guests that are just still images are fantastic. At least the birds, alright. I feel like a tornado has just come through, you know? I have to pick everything up. Anyway, this is tomorrow, around about 10 o'clock my time. Elf King will be joining us, and we'll be watching... I'm sure Cobes will make an appearance, but God knows what else. Not like I have anything saved. I lost everything. Yeah, we're going to wander around today and just see what we can find, what we can talk about. We'll let it come naturally. Like, emissions during the night for a young boy becoming a man. Something about it is mad off and BR. Alright. Do I have double? No. So let me go in and see where this output is coming to. Aha! Yeah. Weird. It's not picking up the not picking up the microphone for that I normally use. The one I'm using right now. Probably can't do it while I'm live streaming or while I'm working. I don't need to go back to BR or whatever. And it's good that 3 drinks minimum's fine. So, yeah. Sucks, but what can we do? I'll tell you what we can do. We can watch some Contont. Anyway, how are you, Raisin? How you doing? How you doing, beautiful? All right, we got it. We're starting with this boy. We're starting with this boy. He's just uploaded this 2 hours ago. In review. Also on the Discord, I posted up a link of like his backstory and like some really weird behind the scenes stuff about him. Not that he's a bad guy, but apparently he's like getting gang stalked and shit. I knew I heard something about that. I don't know. About to start getting stuff going for food and fireworks. Oh yeah, big day tomorrow for you guys. Early happy birthday, America. Though technically it was not on the 4th. And of course, on this side of the Atlantic, it's more tomorrow's gonna be a big day because that's the day of the English elections, and it looks like the Conservatives are out of here, which I'd be very for if I had any respect for Labour. I don't. It's Labour. And Labour is also becoming increasingly more centrist, so they're throwing a lot of trans people under the bus. They need to get those votes. And I'll take them over Reform, though. I'll take them over Reform. And I'll take them over... Well, I support the Lib Dems and I support the Greens. Like, Jesus Christ, they won't get... They'll get, like, 3 seats. And it's kind of a toss-up of which one will get the 2 and which one will get the 1. Hell, the Scottish National Party will probably get a little bit. And the Northern Party, too. Up north there. The Northern Parties, I should say. But we'll see how that pans out. Anyway. You good outside tech stuff. That's awesome. So it's all natural lighting here. I cleaned up my desk, so I've got plenty of space if I want to take out one of my lamps and put it there. I'm just letting the sun do its job for now. Have a sort of film noir vibe about me.
This is Running on Empty.
Man.
Food review.
Man.
Well, hello, ladies, gentlemen, and everyone watching. Welcome one and all to this new...
He said ladies like it was like an early 2000s club song. Ladies, yeah!
newest edition of the Running on Empty food review series.
Report
of the week. Thank you for checking in. I was thinking about how I wanted to start off this review, and I thought, should I go there right off the bat? And I am. So, we've got a new release from Popeyes. I'm disgusted. I mean, I really am.
He's been getting pissy as of late.
But why are you starting off the review on that note?
Yeah.
But I am. I cannot. There's no way that I can't be.
He's been going on a tirade against Popeyes ever since apparently someone bought them out. And, like, he's so enraged, but it's him, so his enragement is the equivalent of, like, when a kitten bites you.
I guess disgusted and fed up. Genuinely so, you know, I'm not just saying that for the sake of exaggeration. So, you have Popeyes that releases these boneless wings, right?
Yeah.
Now, I will preface, I like boneless wings. I know people make fun of them all the time, you know.
Many people make fun of it? No, they... Goujons? What the fuck is wrong with goujons? I know, goujons aren't the same as boneless wings. For the record, if you give me more meat, I'm okay with boneless wings. I don't see the point of stripping the bone and the meat and then reforging the chicken into making it look like boneless, into like their chicken wings. It just seems like, you know, you can live with the bones. Are people that freaked out by bones?
They're entitled to their opinion, I get it. I just like the bones.
I'd help them if they ever eat fish.
My preference, I'm a fan of them. So, granted, this is a release that I maybe even have a little bit of a personal bias or enthusiasm for. However, it doesn't matter if I like boneless wings or not. When I got these, I thought, because, you know, it's new, I'll try them out. I buy them, and as soon as I saw the price, left me shaking my head. I thought to
Shook.
myself, because we were just talking about the price, right? If you watched the last review that I did, the new $5 meal deal from McDonald's,
Yeah.
it's obvious that the
You
prices
see.
for fast food items are just too
Aha.
high at this point, and as a result, a lot of people are
A little
understandably,
stretched, but
justifiably saying, why should I pay an exorbitant price for stuff that can barely even be qualified or classified as food?
what about
And if you want to
objectified as
talk about a
food?
polar opposite, the last review that I did was a good deal from McDonald's. This, like I said, I'm disgusted, really. Did you know the price
Palpable.
for a 6-piece boneless wings, so just 6, with no side, no drink, none of that, is $8. $8 for a 6-piece.
That is bullshit.
I got 3 orders of the boneless wings to do the review for. That's $24.
You can get the Jesus. You can get the like a chicken nugget meal at McDonald's for like 5. I think it starts at 5, and it comes with a drink. It comes with a drink, fries, and 3 or 5 chicken nuggets. I should have really picked that up yesterday. I was up there and said I got this terrible chicken wrap thing that was just falling apart. Oh, and it was just like the tomato in it was like frozen, or was it gherkin? One or the other.
For 18 boneless wings. I also decided to go
Chicken was
ahead,
okay.
just, in case they're not good, I wanted to get something for me to eat. I got a 3-piece order of chicken tenders and some fries that came along with it. I paid $20 for that. So,
Jesus.
to get these orders of boneless wings and 3
These
chicken
ers.
tenders and fries, the bill has come out to about $50. So, if there's no enthusiasm for this and no one cares, that's why, right there. Because who in their right mind is going to go to Popeyes and spend $50 for this? You have to
True.
be out of your mind to do that. And when I saw that,
That is, I think the most recently I've ever spent it, like recently I ever spent in fast food was like 30, and I got a big share, giant quotation, of nuggets, and that was up in McDonald's. And that came with like a really nice drink and bunch of fries, and I had half of it then, and then I had the other half when I got back, and it was filling. It was very filling, but I felt like I'd wasted so much money because I was surrounded by tons of shops and a butcher's. I could have gotten something really nice for 30, Then I got that trash. Like 50 in a Popeyes that isn't even good anymore, according to this dude. I've only ever had Popeyes once, and highly recommend it as far as fast food goes. I wouldn't fly over to America to get Popeyes, but
that left me disgusted. And no wonder, they have a serious problem on their hands. And it's going to keep getting worse. Doesn't matter how good these wings are, it's not going to get any better. Genuinely frustrated by
his
that.
religion is
It's
collapsing
unacceptable,
around him.
completely. So that's my little rant for the day.
Vant? He doesn't say rant, he says vant. His little vant for the day.
Just throw that out there, essentially, because it's a shame. It's a shame, fast food, a lot of the time it had a reputation for being not gourmet or anything, but it's something that you can get that might be decent enough, that's quick, doesn't break the bank. Well, those days are over. I think we've already known that. Doesn't take me to explain that, but just a new low if you ask me. Alright, that's my grievance. Had to get it out. So, boneless wings from Popeyes. They're essentially, they're fried, they're breaded, they're crispy, and again, you can get them in a 6-piece for the price of around $8. And
that doesn't come with fries.
They're available in a few flavors. I'll be trying out 3 flavors in today's review. It's going to be quick, though. Just going to do a real quick rundown of each. So, I got them in Classic, I got them in Honey Barbecue, and I got them in Signature hot. Interestingly, they put the classic ones in a box, like that. But then the signature hot and honey barbecue ones are in their little containment devices.
Little containment devices? What are they? Is this where the embryos from Jurassic Park went in?
Starting with
but that was shaving cream, wasn't it?
Classic
ones. It worked
first.
too.
That's what they look like. Fried and breaded, 6-piece.
They look like
right in there.
What they're supposed to.
I will be rating these separately. And taking a look. Close-up view of it.
Oh, that is close up for sure. It looks...
So now...
Yeah, it looks...
And you know, these...
Right.
I don't know if you could really consider these particularly. See, even I like boneless wings, but I don't know if I could call this
It's
a boneless
so weird
wing.
seeing him use a fork.
But, you know, it is what it is in the end.
The way he's dressed...
I will try it out now.
The way he sounds...
See what this tastes like. This is essentially...
Of course he's going to use a fork.
And then we'll just get into the signature hot and the honey barbecue ones. So the classic boneless wings from Popeyes going in.
Little tiny bites. It's a brave move to not actually enjoy food and yet
back
be a
again
food
for the
reviewer.
Sake of time again, and you can see this is a little cross
Weird
section.
edit. Okay.
This is the second one that I've tried. The second boneless wing that is. Sort of has the consistency where it can be sort of pulled apart. But as far as the size is concerned, I will say though, there is definitely a good amount of meat to each boneless wing here.
You could almost say it's
there
girthy.
isn't too much breading, but still, when you do bite in, you do get that little bit of a juxtaposition between the crispy, fried, breaded exterior. The interior is juicy, it's flavorful, but it's a little on the firm side. So it definitely does have...
firm. I like my beans to be
It has this firmness to it.
I like most of my veg to be firm.
Crunchy characteristic. I will say, though, that it is still flavorful. These would definitely be good for dipping. I think that as a base, they're fine for what they are. You can still taste a little bit of like the Cajun seasoning that is baked into the breading itself. But the chicken quality is decent for what it is, all things considered. And I think, as you could see, the ratio of both chicken to breading is still decent, so the classic boneless wings from Popeyes.
I need to test to see if the alert box still works. Yes!
He's the shampoo witch! The shampoo witch!
That all works. If that one works, probably the rest do. So for some reason, it's just... Okay.
The body is round.
Oh, haven't heard that one in a while.
This is a test donation for 68 euros.
Hint, hint. No, these days it's the French dude. Blacka, 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 boom, 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 giddly boo, biddly boo.
Like I said, they're fine for what they are. I think some people might find them to be perhaps a little bit bland just by themselves. There's still some flavor to them, don't get me wrong, but I definitely will be interested in seeing how the boneless wings with any sauce taste, because I think that sauce on them definitely would, I think, amplify the flavor, if you ask me. So, factoring all of that in, and again, that little bit of a firmness to them, some people will like that, but I think some people will want them to be maybe a little more tender, all things considered, So as a base, it's okay for what it is, but personally, I think it still leaves a bit to be desired.
More effort went into this video than the chicken
pass
tenders.
on the classic ones, and it just seems like these would be best with a sauce. So therefore, out of 10, these are overpriced, mind you. So the classic boneless wings from Popeyes, out of 10, I'd probably give the classic ones maybe a 6 out of 10. Like I said, they're okay for what they are, but I think they'd be better with some sauce. So that's indeed why I decided to get some orders with sauce as well. So next up, I will be trying out the signature hot boneless wings from Popeyes, and we will see if the sauce actually does amplify
I wonder if he eats
them
these throughout
in
the
a
whole
way.
day, or does he throw them
I think
out,
as a
or
base
what?
they're okay, but
What a waste.
could definitely be improved upon. And here's what they look like.
Yeah. Kolb's does the same thing with his food, but you notice how Kolb's food is absolutely repugnant to the human vision of most humans, and probably a few mammals too. And yet, this guy is doing the same thing, and I don't feel the need to rip off my own face.
Not terribly saucy.
Saucy.
Honestly, the one at the top especially is barely any sauce on it, but on the bottom
Yeah,
there's some sauce. So let's skewer
becoming
one.
the snow line on a mountain range.
And again, this is the signature hots. This is supposed to be
Glazed
the spicy
enough.
one.
It's a decent enough glaze. Probably going to eat more calories than I did
You
today.
can see this bite actually is somewhat coated
I
in
had
the sauce.
cashews for breakfast.
And now I'll try that out, and let's see what difference
Okay,
the sauce
though.
makes, and
Oh,
how this
fun.
ends up being. So this is supposed to have a little bit of spice to it, and then the last one that I'll be trying out is the honey barbecue. So now, the signature hot boneless wings from Popeyes going in.
Mmm. Tasty. If you ever hear that white people can't handle their spice, just remember this guy eats incredibly
Well,
spicy stuff, and he's the
I would
king
be
of white
lying
people.
if I said that I particularly like the signature hot boneless wings. The base, mind you, is the same. It is exactly the same as the classic, so there's nothing.
And
really
yes,
to
Raisin, I
mention
know,
there.
I know
The thing
you
that
can
I don't
handle
like
your
about the
spice,
signature hot wings
but you're
is
not
the
white,
sauce
you're
itself.
golden.
Not that they don't taste good with. I think sauce is definitely. These are wings that need the sauce on them, I think, to be their best. But the problem is the sauce itself. Now, I have nothing against spicy food. I've no aversion to spice. That's not to say I'm one of those people, because I'm not. I'm not one of those people that's going to go out of my way and just, eat a ghost pepper or something and, anything like that. I'm
Never
not one
seen
of those
the
people
appeal
that's
of-
absolutely crazy about spice, but
Like, there is a limit of spice. There is this peak where it's just pain, hot ones level of Scoville units. And then also, you downgrade it, and then you've got to a point where it's a bit more. It's still scalding hot, but it gives you a flavor, and then it goes back further and further. And everyone's a little bit different on their ability.
I have a
But
decent
I just never
tolerance to
understood
spice,
that.
and, the problem
Other than
is
for
that
flexing.
when I look at a hot sauce, especially one that's supposed to be on wings, I'm looking for something that, yes, packs a punch, but is likewise flavorful.
Yeah.
Something that lets
Needs to have
you
a bit
feel
of
the heat,
zing
but at
and
the same
zest.
time provides a pleasant flavor of its own, complements the chicken, makes it enjoyable, and gives you that feeling that, all right, I want to go in for another bite of this.
Damn right.
You ever have one of those hot sauces that I would describe as agitating?
No wonder this guy has his own radio show. He's not wrong though. I was already thinking there was this hot sauce I got a while back. I forget what it was, but it was revolting on its own in little droplets. You needed to mix it in with other things because it was just pure. It took your tongue and twisted it. You want a hot sauce that makes you want to lick your lips, even though you're going to get a lot of zing out of it. You want a hot sauce that, it's almost like, bar food. It makes you thirsty, so you order more booze. For this, you'd want to reach for a freezing cold drink. Not just be like, oh god, make it stop.
It doesn't taste good. It doesn't have much flavor. All it really does is make
It gives you the
physically
most explosive
uncomfortable,
diarrhea.
and that's it. If you've ever had one of those hot sauces, you know exactly what I mean. The hot sauce that they are using for the signature hot boneless wings is one of those. It doesn't have much flavor of its own. It doesn't contribute much of anything. As a matter of fact, all that it did...
You could almost say it could run for office.
And, you know, I took the first bite. I wanted to actually... I was generous. I wanted to give them another chance. I thought, maybe I messed up.
Holy shit.
Maybe I somehow got ahead of myself.
Whoa, careful now.
Maybe I ate them wrong somehow.
Maybe I'm the problem.
But it's not
I'm the
that.
problem, it's me.
This hot sauce, all that it did was it went pretty much straight to the back of my mouth and then started just burning essentially my throat.
It held the back of my head and shoved it right up into the pelvis and released its flavor all in the back of my throat.
And that's it. There was no flavor. There was
then call me a
nothing that
cooker.
Complimented the chicken. Took a bite of this, and it just got in my throat, sinuses, and lungs, and was making me cough considerably.
Yeah, that sounds right.
And next bite, same thing. Right after that, same thing. There's this burning agitation and physical discomfort by that sauce.
Sounds like you need some sort of cream.
There's no
ointment.
motivation. I don't want to take another bite of the signature hot wings. There's nothing enjoyable about them. There are wings, you know, where there's that spice to
Skill
them.
issue.
That they could be awfully hot and awfully spicy.
You want to be able to gag, but
and,
not
you'll
throw
feel
up.
the spice and it'll get into your nose.
That's the
and all
different
that.
types of
But it
hot
doesn't need
tua
to
that you
point
want in
where it's
life,
just
right?
Of that extreme physical discomfort.
That's the hot
And it's not even
patua.
that these are that hot either. There's just something in it that's causing some sort of physical reaction.
I want to hear him
in
say
my
hot
case. Like I
tua.
said, I've had wings way hotter than this that don't do that. So these are extremely unpleasant physically. There's not all that much to them flavor-wise.
Physically?
So I'm not happy with these all that much. Again, given the price, but given
But
the
it's
fact that
okay
I'm paying all this
spiritually.
just to get a coughing fit and not want to. I'm not going to eat another bite of these. These are getting thrown away. So,
I'll take
as a result,
them.
the signature hot
I need
boneless
as much
wings from
protein as
Popeyes,
possible.
I mean, I'm going to have to give those a 4 out of 10. Not all that enjoyable. So now, last and, well, I really hope not least, the honey barbecue boneless wings.
These should be
Let's hope to get
tan.
some redemption at least. I would
A
certainly...
bit of sweetness.
I would really, really like that. Here's what they look like.
Yeah. They look like they're going to be the type of sauce
Honey
that
barbecue.
gets stuck on your fingers that even after you've cleaned
And
them, you can feel it
Let's
for
try
like
them
a
out.
while.
I've only got a couple minutes left, so I'm going to have to be quick with this one. Got about 4 minutes of time left on my camera. Let's give them a shot.
The
They're going in.
terrorists have my family in the other room with guns to their heads.
So I was sitting here eating these, and I was hoping for a reprieve. And I am pleased to say, thankfully, for once, I was actually granted that. Because these honey barbecue boneless wings are finally something that actually
Is he going to
motivates
start
me to say,
crying
"All
with
right,
joy?
these actually aren't that bad, and I actually feel like I can comfortably go in for another bite and enjoy it at that. If you have to go to Popeyes and have to get their boneless wings, my opinion, definitely go with the honey barbecue. The sauce on that, number one, I think it has better coverage of the wings themselves.
I like honey barbecue.
Complements the chicken nicely. The sweetness
It has a lot of
the honey
uses, a lot of
barbecue
different
is just right.
stuff. Well, like I said, it's a bit on the
Right.
messy side.
It's not
That's fine.
overwhelming. It's not overpowering. But like I said, they have that right note of sweetness
I've got some
that complements the
honey
flavor
barbecue hot dogs
very nicely.
in
They're
there.
very pleasant.
Sausages that
Not
have
really
been
any spice
infused
to them,
with
of
it.
course.
That's for tomorrow.
But, so much
I
better.
need some proper food.
So much
I'm
better.
getting
It
drunk.
provides some nice moisture as well to the chicken, while also
Moisture,
some flavor of its own. And
The
I'm happy
driest
with
man
those.
in the
Definitely,
world.
Honey barbecue is the way to go. Granted, honey barbecue wings, they aren't necessarily up everyone's alley, but of these three flavors, Definitely
No,
the
pure
most
alley,
flavorful,
is it,
definitely the
Raisin?
best quality. Still not fond of the price. Still not worth $8 for a 6
Yeah, that was a
But if you
fucking
had to
rip-off
go
of a
with the honey
meal,
barbecue,
Jesus.
easily the best flavor. So, out of
As I get older, I'm just more and more aware that the best meals are the ones you go to the store or the place, like a more local thing, and make yourself at home. Like, if only for finances. You want to make a good dinner? Okay, get yourself some quality ingredients and do some research to know how to make a particular dish. Is it going to be as good? You're probably going to be saving a little bit of money. Now, I'd say in that you also want it to be an event. For example, Raisin, when I'm in Philly, we're probably going to go out and get something to eat. Probably fucking dope, too. You're going to have to think long and hard about someplace that would be awesome. Or else we'll just pick a random spot as we're walking by. You want to try in here? Yeah, okay. That's how I find 90% of my plans boil down to. I don't fuck up my foot this time. But yeah, I wouldn't spend that much. I know this guy, he does alright financially, even if he did live in his car at one point. I still wouldn't. I wouldn't go through the sheer effort that he did. Ooh. Alright. I'm not gonna watch this straight away because we just watched a food thing. But
This episode is sponsored by...
yeah. Oh wait, no, I don't want to spoil it yet. Wait, no, it's just gonna be the food. There's a new season of The Bear, and once I'm finished with the boys, I'm gonna switch over to The Bear. There's, my God, my viewing habits as of late have been incredibly queer coded. Let's see, I'm gonna watch The Boys, then The Bear, and then maybe a little bit The Otter. Then Project Twink will be on. The Dykescapades. Hey, people always have good media. But no, I highly recommend watching The Bear, and the new season's out, and I'm so pumped to have a gander and see it. But I've been busy doing other things. Even I've got my limit. Homemade is always best. Yarp. There are occasions where you want to go out and celebrate. Or if you're just lazy. Yeah, we'll get into the Bear, but first, I want to go and see something non-food related. Thing is, though, all my links are gone now, so we're gonna have to remember. Oh, perfect. Thank you,
Japanese
sir.
scientists have made a robot with real skin for a face.
Okay. Not only are we gonna look at this, we're going to look at this on Sunday. I gotta write up the article because Landon, who's our guest on Bearded Ramblings, will have to see this. If only so he can go, what the fuck? But in his own Landon way, which is like, oh, okay.
I'm going to show you a terrifying video of this thing smiling. But be warned, I now see this every time I close my eyes. So if you don't want to experience
Looks like
that
Thomas the
symptom, I
Tank
would click
Engine's
away.
face.
Okay, here it is. I'm absolutely terrified of him. I hate his lips. Robots shouldn't have lips. What do they need
they
them
don't have-
for? What are you fucking smiling about, you cunt? What are you planning? Why do you look like a slice of ham? Japan, listen and listen fucking good.
Alright. You answered the question though, why do they have lips? Japan. Japan is why they have lips. Now the real question should be, what is Japan doing with those robot lips? And we won't know. I know we've been all raised Catholic around in these parts, but we have imaginations. And I love how we said ham too, a slice of ham. A bit of Denny's. A bit of Denny's ham. It does though. It's so weird. Why are they grafting skin to a robot? Do they just want the robots to win? Because give me a good reason and I might actually side with the robots, you know? They probably would do a better job.
Robots should not have human skin. Robots should look like robots. I should be able to immediately spot them all so I know what they're fucking up to. What if I unknowingly start an argument with a robot and he has fucking guns for hands or he's really good at chess? I don't know what I'm getting into.
I love the idea of him, like, being scared of the one with guns for hands. Okay, that's fair. But then it's, you know, what are you going to do? Say no to the chess-playing robot? You got to say no to it. That'll upset it. So now, not only have you decided to challenge the robot, you've upsetted it. And it's a new machine. It's probably not fully aware of its robot emotions. Are you going to be the second kill in a movie about a killer robot? Because you wouldn't be the first. The first would be back when it was being made, and it just comes out of the mold thing, and it looks at its robot hands, it looks at its creator, and then it just grabs his neck, and then it cuts away to the protagonists. Which you won't be either. We're all gonna die to these things, and I don't mean the Irish. The Irish are too lazy. At least I am. Be grateful. We're a very bitter people. You know what? Fuck it. What is trending right now? World's smallest 4K headset. Okay, that's... No. It's all just... It's all normie shit. It's all normie shit. I don't want normie shit. How to keep yourself safe from a killer? No. No, I don't want to be... I want the killer to protect me from the killer robot. Now that is a movie. Don't call it soccer. Oh, this discombobulated me today, let me tell you. Let me tell you. I can always steal content though. At the end of the day, I can rob from other people, just infusing me with power. Like a lich. Or some sort of parasite.
By 8 Sleep, I got to try their newest generation of temperature.
Yeah.
Detect staying and falling asleep. The pod.
Somebody come try this, cousin. Yeah, right.
Perfect. There you go, chef. Chef.
Do love this show. Highly recommend it. Especially if you ever worked in a...
Heard. Tina, salt, heat, tender, it's nice, we happy?
Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to Binging with Babish, where this week we're taking a look at the Chicago-style Italian beef from The Bear. So first up, we need a control group, and the best I can do here...
Probably check in on our Lord and Savior Cobes after this.
#1 Italian beef. A box which contains 8 portions of bread in a bag, 8 portions of their signature roast beef, also in a bag, just leave that right there, a quart of gravy or the beef braising liquid, and their primarily celery-based giardiniera. All told, this 8 sandwich kit brings in at about $130.
Little sippy cup.
Shipping. Let's find out if it was worth all the Ziploc bags. First,
Jesus.
we'll bring the braising liquid to a simmer, making sure to get all that.
He's building Garbage Island with all the leftover rubbish.
Just heat through. The instructions said 2 minutes, but even that seemed way too long, especially because even after 30 seconds, it was falling apart so much I could barely pick it up at the tongs. At the restaurant, it seems like they're braising medium rare roast beef, but this appears to be fully cooked, so it's no surprise that it ends up pretty scrappy as a result. With the help of a fine mesh sieve, I was able to dole out enough meat for 2 sandwiches, top with their oily, spicy celery-based giardiniera, and then wrap tightly in foil to let it.
I didn't even know what that word was.
This was not.
I have no idea what that is.
It's an essential step in hot sandwich craft, mostly because it heats the sandwich throughout and softens the bread. So there you have it, Al's #1 Italian beef. Probably a pale imitation of what you get at the restaurant, but let's give it a try. and it's unfortunately not great. The beef is mushy and underflavored, and the bread's a little stale, which I hoped the infamous dipped option would remedy. And it did, but it's also a soggy sandwich. I know this is a popular regional option, but it's just not for me. It's like I dropped it in a puddle or something. So after watching some
I
of their
hate
videos
sandwiches
on YouTube,
like
I
that.
endeavored to
Why do
recreate the
people
recipe for
think that like giving you a sandwich that's just goopy all over is a good thing? Like, give it enough time, any sandwich with enough sauce in it will goop. But like, give me something firm to hold on to. Even gourmet burgers, the way they break up, I don't know.
myself, combining 2 quarts of water, 2 teaspoons paprika, tablespoon each celery and fennel seed, 1 teaspoon onion powder, 1 tablespoon oregano, a teaspoon each dried thyme and parsley, 2 teaspoons kosher salt, black peppercorns and coriander seed, half teaspoon red pepper flake, 2 large bay leaves, a quarter teaspoon ground allspice, and 2 cubes of beef bouillon in a wide Dutch oven with about 2 quarts of water to start. Also, I was beset with tons of extra garlic at the time, so I'm going to throw 8 whole cloves in there, unpeeled. Mix it around, make sure everything's dissolved, make a little mess, and in comes our top sirloin butt, Al's #1 cut of choice. We're going to gently lower that into our spice-laden water, fat cap up, add water as needed until it comes 3/4 of the way up the side of the beef, partially cover and braise in a 300-degree Fahrenheit oven for 1.5 to 2 hours, until the beef registers about 130 degrees Fahrenheit at its thickest point. Fish it out and put it on a rack, otherwise it'll continue to cook in the hot liquid, and allow both to cool for about 1 hour before wrapping and fridging. Next up, the unfortunate necessity of making Chicago-style Italian beef, the deli slicer. But you can still get one of these on Amazon for cheaper than that sandwich kit. We're slicing the beef as thin as possible.
You can get one of them cheaper than the $140?
You should be able to tug it from both sides and see right through it. Now all that's left is assembly. I don't want my sandwich to be underflavored, so I'm going to reduce this braising liquid by about 50%, concentrating the spices.
I don't trust the way he says braising liquid.
Drop in the freshly sliced roast beef for about 15 seconds, and transfer directly into some awaiting hoagie rolls. Also, surely for the sake of variety, I'm going to opt for Marconi's hot Chicago-style giardiniera, apparently a local favorite. Pile it high, wrap it tight, and let it sit. And let's see if we got a little bit closer to the in-person Chicago-style Italian beef experience. And I gotta say, massive improvement. The utmost respect to Al's. My mail-order Pequods was pretty awful too, but when I tried it in Chicago, it was nothing short of revelatory. Now, as for recreating the sandwich from the show, my dear friend and now Emmy winner Maddie Matheson designed the food for the show.
Well, there's a flex.
On his channel, which you can watch by clicking the link in the upper right-hand corner right now. So instead of just carbon copy his, I wanted to try to make a Babish version. First up, the giardiniera. I'm going to use half a head of chopped cauliflower, a diced red bell pepper, 2 diced carrots, 4 sliced serrano chilies, and half a chopped onion. Then adding 1 tablespoon crushed red pepper, half a tablespoon dried parsley, 1 teaspoon dried oregano, 3/4 of a teaspoon ground pepper.
Oh, that's right. This channel's going to become just stealing people's recipes.
Seed and dill weed, 1/4 teaspoon ground allspice, and 3/4 of a cup of white vinegar. Sorry for the rush, but I couldn't find the footage of me doing that stuff. I'm also adding half a cup of vegetable oil and adding more vinegar as necessary so that the vegetables are all submerged. Cover in fridge for at least 3 days. Now for the bread, I'm going to do a sort of semolina hybrid, starting with a poolish made from 250 grams of bread flour, 1 teaspoon instant yeast, and 1/2 cups of water. Cover and let sit overnight until gooey. Dump into the bowl of a stand mixer along with 1 room temperature egg, 1/4 cup of extra virgin olive oil, another teaspoon.
I've always wondered, how do people come to all these massive recipes? Like, he'll just be like, all you have to do is follow these quick and easy 75 steps. It's while I really enjoy looking at people cooking, I could never be a real chef. I could do a short order chef stuff. I can do some very basic meals. I can make bread. I can even make bread that looks like a cop car, apparently. But, you know, it's like this is the difference between somebody who can put like a potato and then get like a piece of wire and put it into it and make a light turn on, compared to somebody who can like fly to the moon. There's a disconnect there of a few years and many broken. Yeah, I just got an email. That just distracted me. What is this guy is fucking cool.
and 1 tablespoon
They
of
all
kosher
are.
salt. Whisk to combine until homogeneous. Then in a separate bowl, we're combining 644 grams of semolina flour and 188 grams of bread flour. Whisk until evenly combined and add to the bowl along with another cup and a half of room temperature water. Affix your dough hook and use it to mix the ingredients together for about 1 minute before kneading on medium speed for a solid 8 minutes. This sandwich is going to get wet, so we need profound gluten development. Make sure it passes the window pane test. Then drop it into the lightly oiled proofing container of your choosing and let it rise for 60 to 90 minutes or until doubled in size. Then it's easiest to work with this dough on a generously oiled countertop, so go ahead and drizzle with some neutral flavored oil.
We've got some
like
guests
mustard
coming
or
over on
canola,
Saturday,
lock down the dough and
so I
divide
had to do
evenly
some
into
cleaning
6
up
pieces,
today.
using a scale for an air of legitimacy.
Didn't take that
You're
long.
also going to want to oil your rolling pin and make sure you really work that oil in there. You just want to
like I said, homoeroticism out the fucking yin yang for my viewing pleasure today.
Anyway, we're using that to roll this out to roughly a 14 by 8 inch rectangle.
Oh, yin yang sounds so racist. Yin yang. I was about to challenge Scott Hansen there for a minute. Point is, it sounds racist.
Edge nearest you, we're going to start tightly rolling the dough into a log, pressing and stretching as much as possible to knock out any air bubbles. Then this bread loves to blow out the side, so we have to very thoroughly pinch the seams shut on the bottom. Make sure the dough is well and truly sealed together and tuck the ends underneath. Then we're placing these on a parchment-lined baking sheet dusted with semolina flour. Rinse and repeat with the remaining dough, and cover with loosely tinted
today's
lightly
been a
oiled plastic wrap,
fucking
giving these
tire
guys plenty of room
fire.
to rise over the next hour or so until doubled in size. Now to give these guys a burnished brown crust,
They look
we're going to
good.
brush them down thoroughly on all exposed surfaces with a beaten egg. Also, if you see any bubbles like this one, now is a good time to pop them. Now with a bread lame or your very sharpest knife, we're going to place 3 diagonal slashes down the length of the loaf.
Just
Then they're
made
headed
it
onto
into
a
a-
pizza stone in a preheated 425 degree Fahrenheit oven for anywhere from 15 to 20 minutes until golden brown and, let's be honest, perfect.
Sausage
Allow it to cool
roll.
completely before slicing and eating. Next up, the meat, and I'm going with a 5-pound chuck roast, which I'm going to
Jesus.
coat generously on all facets with a mixture of kosher salt and freshly ground black pepper before wrapping and letting it sit in the fridge for at least 4 hours.
You know what I'm
Next
gonna
up, I
watch
have a
after
few
this?
extra oxtails
I know.
that are on the verge of insolvency,
I won't say,
so I'm going to use
but I will.
those for
It
a
is
bunch of extra
food-based, but
flavor and to
different.
make some nice meat snacks. I'm combining them with 1 roughly chopped onion, 2 roughly chopped carrots, and 4 roughly chopped stalks of parsley, lightly salting and generously oiling with a neutral flavored oil like vegetable or canola. Then I'm going to hit them with about 2 tablespoons of
I don't
tomato
trust
paste,
canola
almost like
oil.
we're making a demi-glace. Toss until evenly coated, and then we're going to dump them into a large roasting pan, and dump that roasting pan into a preheated 425 degree Fahrenheit oven, preferably with convection.
I said I didn't want to watch normie shit, but Babish is one of the most normie and wholesome things you can watch on this site.
Turned on until deeply, beautifully golden brown. This is going to make for a braising liquid worth drinking on its own. Deglaze the pan with about 4 cups of water, making sure to scrape up all that fantastic fond off the bottom of the pan. Not only is this going to add a ton of flavor to the gravy if you leave it on the bottom and might scorch. Then I'm also going to add 2 large bay leaves. I hardly know what they do, but they're always there. 1 tablespoon whole peppercorns, a tablespoon of whole allspice berries, a tablespoon of fennel seed, a tablespoon of coriander seed, 2 teaspoons of celery seed, 2 teaspoons of sweet paprika, mostly for color but also for flavor, half teaspoon red chili flake, and 1 teaspoon freshly ground black
If this was
pepper. I'm also
hungry,
gonna
there'd be
add
like 50 cups of
a few
paprika.
fresh herbs, a couple stalks of rosemary, a few sprigs of thyme, and a 16th bushel of parsley, or, you know, like 5 sprigs. Scoot everything to the side to make room for the beef and nestle it into the cooking liquid, making sure that there's nothing
Jesus,
underneath.
make it a
I'm
Sunday
also gonna
roast
have
of the
100 pounds
gods.
of garlic and toss that in there, just, I don't know, wherever it fits. And then this guy's headed into a preheated 300 degree Fahrenheit oven for anywhere from 1.5 to 3 hours, depending on the size of your beef. Now you'll notice that I didn't sear the beef. That's because it's only partially submerged, so the heat of the oven will naturally brown it. After about an hour, I'm going to take it out, temp it, and give it a flip so that it gets browned all over. Now I'm going to stick it in its thickest point with a wireless probe, and keep an eye on its internal temperature. I want to pull it at around 130 degrees Fahrenheit. Same deal as before, we're pulling out the roast and letting it cool separately. Then I'm throwing the roasting pan back in the oven because I want my oxtails to finish cooking. Those are totally optional, by the way. You could use beef bones or just omit them entirely. Let the beef cool, wrap it, and fridge it. Set aside your oxtails for snacking and strain the cooking liquid through a fine mesh sieve, pressing down on it to extract every last golden drop. Be realistic with your storage container and let this guy cool cool for about an hour before fridging overnight with the beef. Bear in mind the beef needs to be cold, otherwise when you slice it, it'll slice messily and you lose a lot of juice. The next day, and don't worry, that's a new shirt, I know it looks similar, I'm unwrapping and prepping my bread, which is truly
that's what we're
sandwich.
focusing
It's
on
dense
right now.
and chewy but light and fluffy and has a great semolina flavor. I'm trimming them down to hoagie size, thinly slicing all that beautiful roast beef. Then I'm having the common decency to lightly oil and toast my bread, weighing it down and griddling on a cast iron skillet while I warm up the beef. Same deal, pretty much just let it heat through, 15 to 30 seconds tops. Bread's nice and crunchy and we're ready to assemble. Now for my final heretical act, I'm going to use cheese. Sliced white American and provolone. I'm sorry, but this sandwich is just really, really good with cheese on it. Loaded up with beef and then
I'd be kind of annoyed if they didn't add cheese.
Admire it for a few brief moments before wrapping it up tight and letting it sit. And for the first time in what feels like forever, let's take a look at that cross section. Nice. Chewy, fluffy bread, melty cheese, tender, juicy, and flavorful beef, and spicy, crunchy pickled vegetables. I'm sure folks from Chicago are going to have some choice words for me, but this is like the 4th or 5th Italian beef I've had in as many days, and I couldn't even stop myself from entering it into the Clean Plate Club. Thanks again to Eat Sleep for sponsoring this episode.
Looks promising. Looks very promising. Making me want to watch The Bear. Making me want to eat a fucking sandwich. No tomorrow I get sandwiches. I've got some chicken wraps sitting in the fridge just for my breakfast tomorrow. I mean, I wasn't just gonna have tuna and rice like most other days of the week. On my last drinking stream, I gotta actually have something in my body to take up all that. But speaking of rice and tuna, I want to see without getting copyright claimed. And it doesn't need to be too long. Perfect.
G'day guys.
Boo. I've been eating, as if anyone's on the Discord hasn't seen, go and check it out under food. Like the cooking recipes, that thing, right? You'll see the massive amounts of tuna I got for the month. It was a lot. And as a result, let's see it being fished. Let's see it being fucking harvested. The way they won't get me copyright claimed. Boop.
Guys, welcome back to the show. Today I'm fishing solo on Skirts Up, and we've got the big gear. We're going for yellowfin or marlin or
I am getting increasingly annoyed at the amount of Australians that are showing up in every walk of my life. I don't know why I'm getting annoyed at it, but I am.
dolphin fish. The warm water still is here off the coast, but I'm going to put a photo of rip charts up right now just to see what I've seen and what you guys can look out for if you're on rip charts. So as you can see, there's a good current pushing in here from the south and one going north, and you can see in the middle there's a bit of slack water, and there's also a temperature change. For yellowfin tuna, you want to look for temperature changes in the current and slack water. That's where you'll find them, because that's where the bait stacks up. And yeah, you'll find the yellowfin there. So I've just pulled up to a little private fad here. I'm just gonna have a cast for a few dolphin fish and yeah, see how we go. And it's funny because this is my 3rd time being out solo for yellowfin tuna. The 2 first times I got one both times, and I've probably been out 15 to 20 times with mates and never even hooked a yellowfin. But both times I've come solo, I've got one. So yeah, I'm not expecting yellowfin, but it's funny how sometimes that works. Anyway, we'll chuck some stick baits around.
I'm not actually sure what tuna my ones are. What type? Probably something easily acquirable from this part of the world, so.
Board. Gonna freaking break my rod in a second.
I was gonna say, you're gonna rip it off the damn boat?
Thought he dropped it.
Tuna is fucking huge, by the way. Like, it's really go for Really goes for a lot, an individual tuna, Jesus.
They're actually baby dolls. Surprised they even hit that big a little.
Let's have a look.
Baby dolly.
Aww.
A little squidgy wriggler. Took me about 20 attempts to actually hook it, but absolutely beautiful fish. He'll grow up in about 2 years and become a big bull dolphin. Ooh. Mate. Well, that was a bit of fun. It's an absolutely beautiful sunrise, but got one fish. So there was a lot of small dogs there. I did see some bigger fish, but anyway, we'll come back in the afternoon and see how we go. But yeah, we'll punch out now. Get out.
All right, I'm going to go and bounce around. Give me some fishing. Give me some tuna.
It's big, whatever it is.
Holy shit.
I got that drag on tight as shit too. Come on.
Oh yeah.
Still got him. Oh, solo is so freaking hard, man. Please tell me you still have him.
Wonder what he's using for bait.
No! Oh! Oh, I just want to swear at the top of my lungs, but little kids, that's not alright. Even when you're really...
Alright. Looks like we got something.
Got a little baby dolly.
Another one. Useless.
Another day, another fad.
You don't keep...
Fad. This is the last fad we'll go to.
Oh yeah.
How many times do they want to hit that? Might be... Oh! Might be legal. Oh, he's going skids. I wish I had my head cam on right now. Oh. Oh, he's got skids in front of the boat. I can't. Oh no. Oh no.
Come on. Come on.
Oh shit.
Cakes. He's got some fish cakes. Oh yeah.
Oh, he's not a bad one.
Not terrible.
Not huge, but good keeper size. See that sly dog just hooked perfect. First cast when I got here. A good 70cm dolly.
Oh, there's the lure, yeah. Or the dolly.
Fat one, but he's not huge, but can't complain with that.
So no tuna. Oh.
Proper small. Righto lads, I'm actually done. So, heading in.
Womp womp. Yeah, could be worse. They were pretty, some of those fish. Those fish were very pretty. Also reminding me, seeing that I'm not going to be streaming all that long today, after all the shite I had to put up with. I might, I'll go for another 45 minutes. Give you 2 hours, you know, some content. But let's return to our traditional feeding grounds in the form of coves. See if there's anything new. There is. No point doing this on Friday, aka tomorrow, but because we'd have to watch the whole thing from scratch. But here's the new pin, finally trying the pinwheels. So as always, sorry in advance, but Cobes is going to be an absolute disgusting eater, as is ancient tradition. This is a part of what we do.
A world where King Cobra JFS makes pinwheels. Will it?
Pinworms. He's got the cat. He's got his phone set up the same way I've got mine, so I can read the chat. Before we continue, of course, I will do the shameless plug. I remind people that if you're enjoying yourself, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Check out the links down below. And also, if you can help us out with some moolah, big appreciation. Also, don't forget that tomorrow, drinking stream, last drinking stream for a month, in theory. With Elf King, and this Sunday will be Bearded Ramblings with Landon. Ooh. Also on Monday, we have ourselves our watch party. We're gonna watch South Park. Catch up with some newer episodes. But I'm still open to suggestions. I'm open to suggestions to the 11th hour.
After goods. Just been chilling out for a hot minute. Never made pinwheels. So there's probably...
He actually started sounding really into it. Now he's like, well, it's pinwheels, I suppose.
The prettiest when I cut them, but that's just alright.
He sounds so defeated. And he doesn't stream nearly as much as he used to. The move has changed him. What end? I don't know. Why is he cutting off the little segment there? What? Gonna eat that now?
I'm gonna make them look pretty when I cut them out.
Looks like one of the dune worms. No, it looks like the graboids from Tremors. Yeah. He's cutting it up like a Swiss roll. You just want to cross section that bad boy and then.
It's definitely there, but my first time making pinwheels.
Do they taste good? What have you ever cared about the aesthetic?
All the steps with all 5 rolls when I made these pinwheels, and not gonna lie, it was starting to run low on the cream cheese, and there was a lot of bacon bits left, so I ended up adding another container.
Oh my god! Why? It was already so overloaded with bacon bits. Yeah, there was so much Philly. Wait.
Solid.
We know what Philly is. We know it more than you do.
Container of this stuff. This is the only container I got at the moment, but I'm cool with that.
So did he go out and buy more Philly? There was so much of it in his fridge. Anyway.
These are the most professionally made pinwheels. Probably not.
Who cares?
Yes.
If they taste good.
Unwrap it from the plastic wrap. And we'll slice up 2 of them.
I gotta be honest, it's weird hearing Cobes being self-conscious about what he makes. It's like a clown not going out to the circus because he feels like people will laugh at him. I really wish it was self-awareness, but it's probably some convoluted bullshit. Maybe I don't know. Maybe he knows that people make fun of him for saying everything he eats is great. So now he actively tries to do the reverse.
Maybe throw some bacon ranch on a couple of them and try them out.
Have a look at the channel suggestions or something.
Cream cheese seems to have solidified beautifully. Get the plastic off. And you can eat the ends of them too, you know, don't let that go to waste.
I don't think anyone else was. I don't know any. Again, would I eat these because he made them?
Making it, but I digress.
Why bring it up? If he's so scared of dead air, why doesn't he just edit? Why doesn't he just go and get a free editing software like Shotcut? Upload these. He doesn't upload them straight from his phone, does he? And then go and just take out tons of useless bits. That's it. What he has to do. That reminds me, I have to re-download Shotcut. Oh, and Photoshop. Oh, there's so much to do.
Videos, even though they're not the prettiest, I did in fact make little pinwheel sandwiches.
Sandwiches. Sandwich.
If I can cut just one that's real pretty.
I will say, it's holding together better than that wrap I got at McDonald's.
A little tipsy, but
oh,
definitely cold enough.
He's drunk. I've never heard of such a thing from Cobes.
That one looks really pretty.
Pretty?
It's a bit thicker than
Jessica.
The end of it, again, it doesn't have to.
Oh, we should check in on Jessica. See how she's been doing. I'll get her ready. Naked and laughing Cobra. The fuck is this? And Charlie looks so weird in this picture. What the hell? I have no idea who Bossman Jack is. Actually, I'm going to load that one up after this. Let's find out together who Bossman Jack is. And why was he arrested? Cobra spurns on core. I know all this. Is there nothing new? Jessica Messica. Manifesting Twitch purple. My hair is now bleached. Jesus. Channeling Ryby is what you're doing. Oh. Okay. Oh, damn. All right. Let's not jump. Let's not jump around too much. Now watch the pinwheels. First, we're going to check this out. I'm going to leave this link open so we can then go and check out to see if there's anything interesting video-wise. Queen Cobra JFS, you're going to let Queen Cobra JAB destroy your business. I wonder what the JAB stands for. Jessica AB. Destroy your business. A paying customer left a review to your girlfriend, decided to insult her on social media. Who's calling corporate? The man paid for your cameo and you said did a 7-second video, didn't say everything he asked for. I was excited for the video until he told me that he shouldn't have spent the money on this, but he was drunk and thought it deserved after crazy school semester. I assumed Jessica was there because it was during that week, but honestly I knew better. My poor husband didn't. Okay. I'll post it when I find it. And here is from... Right, Jessica is... Nick Boyd is the reason Jessica is posting your pic on her page over this. It's funny, it makes sense. Strange one. So glad you came back to the show. She's insane. Seen the reply. I am not following this. As in, I don't know who's who. Josh hates sickos, but he dates the biggest sicko of all. We don't... Like... Cobes hates sickos so much that he won't shut up about sickos. Which, as a result, makes us worried if he is a sicko. Because He protests too much. He needs to chill on that front. To the point he can't even mention kids without pedophilia being brought up. He hates them, but he's still going to mention them every 5 seconds. Everyone hates his cameo. Cobra's people off. No one is on her side, it's true. No, the only people she talks to are probably trolls, long haul trolls, and just direct, straightforward trolls. Cobes and Cobes' friends, and many of whom are trolls. People who want to like get clout off her, like get interviews and shit.
To be pretty when you cut it.
Hey, Lev, didn't you try to get an interview from her? I sure did.
Just cut it into little serving slices. Oh, that one, see, that one fell apart. Fucking cunt. Oh, so mistakes happen, let's try it.
Sorry, folks. Move the keyboard out of the way.
If you're gonna cut pinwheels, be careful doing it, because you can cut your finger.
Yep. Or
so
you can.
The pinwheel fucks up, like that one did. You try to cut them into like.
Dude, they don't have to look. Oh, jeez, he cut them too thin. Oh no, no! Oh, it's all ruined. All that work destroyed, lost like tears in the rain. Like that weird dew on the side of his face. Ugh, that was disgusting. It was hot out. I was sweating.
Now I got my fridge as cold as I could possibly make it. And,
ugh.
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks. Something involving my freezer and cold happened recently.
That cream cheese.
Cheese. Did it congeal? It congealed, didn't it?
My silly attempt at pinwheels. And cut these.
You just made so much effort.
Try my best.
You are trying, I will say that. More than some other people out there.
Make it delicious.
You're not succeeding, but you're trying.
On these little sandwiches or whatever.
Sun's starting to set.
A bit thicker than others.
Sicker?
Who honestly gives a shit?
Hey, he's becoming self-aware.
People are like,
yeah?
how them pinwheels, Cobra?
I wonder if it's an autistic thing, because I do the same where I just sometimes wander off in mid-conversation.
Look at those. I mean, they're homemade pinwheels. They're not the prettiest.
They don't look the worst thing he's ever made. They just seem pointless for all the effort and ingredients he put into it. Like, they look like just a regular wrap. You can make a wrap that had some of the ingredients, but he needs all the ingredients. He always needs all the ingredients.
This one got a little bit thick. We got one to try on camera.
Yeah, go on.
I've already tried like 2 of the steaks. And I'm thinking I should try the pretty one that I cut out. And it's falling apart, of course. And if that happens,
you just eat it.
Just grab a chef's toothpick.
Chef's toothpick compared to a construction worker's toothpick.
And stick it through the center so it holds in place.
That's never worked for you ever. You don't have to see him eat outright. And when he puts it right to the camera.
Mm-hmm.
Is it going to be the greatest food ever, or is it just going to be okay?
These pinwheels.
Yeah.
Are banging. They're not perfect.
Oh.
But that's alright. The taste on these.
I'd love to think this is a tiny drop in a bit of like self-awareness that's slowly creeping into his life. And one day he just has an epiphany. Little moments like this, you know? I decided not to release any more music. Instead, I'm going to learn how to play the guitar. Just so you guys stop making fun of me. Okay. Okay. That's progress.
Oh, YouTube. You let them firm up enough. See, getting the cottage cheese that's a little bit thicker and not whipped does pay off, because when it does get extra cold and it solidifies, you do get that one's falling apart. Okay, this one's probably the prettiest one. Right there.
Yeah, that actually looks like real food. Which is a big success for you, man. Like, Jesus.
It's a thick little motherfucker, but you get this little pinwheel effect. Honestly, this is not half bad.
No.
I put a lot of thought into, because I was craving these little pinwheel sandwiches, and it's not the prettiest.
It'll all turn to poop, man. It doesn't need to be the prettiest. It needs to taste good. Presentation's well and good if you're going to be Gordon Ramsay. If you're going to be opening up a restaurant. Hey, face. There's that mug. Oh, there we are. I knew we'd get some visceral unpleasantness. Come on. Don't open your lip. Don't open your mouth.
Yeah, these are really delicious.
He ate better than he used to.
Very filling. Oh, look at that.
Alright.
My first attempt at making pinwheels.
Could have done worse.
The combination I would so do again, that is perfect.
I wouldn't go through all the effort, but... Alright. Good for him. A half success for Cobes is still better than what he normally does.
I was gonna like put a little bit of bacon
ranch
and eat it, but those little mini sandwiches are kind of falling apart. So you get better at making them; they don't fall apart. They stick together like the thick one I just had. The combination of everything that they use to make it, it's very rich. Well, this is King Cobra JFS, so of course we're gonna try all this.
So he's saying that as he's wandering away from the camera. That'd be like me telling you to donate towards the stream goal as I was in the toilet taking a piss.
I got some signature select bacon ranch. It's not the Hidden Valley, but what do you do? Still a bacon ranch.
Yeah, it is.
And if you saw how I made these little pinwheels.
We saw.
You know what I'm saying?
I do.
There's bacon in the goddamn
the sauce in my pants, god damn it.
Pinwheel mix.
Ooh, this new version does not like when I this new version does not like when I minimize it. When I maximize OBS. Look what happens, it goes full blank. And that's not good because well, obviously I need to share it all. But what used to happen is that would happen after a period of like a few seconds. It would give you a little bit of a grace period. Obviously a second screen would fix that up, but guess who doesn't have a second screen? Guess who has no money? Who's struggling a lot. Hey, at least I look skinny as fuck these days.
That'll do.
Oh, I'm complaining like I've got anything to really complain about. Alright, my sciatica's a bitch. I caused that.
Make for a great party favor. I mean, let's...
A party favor? Like a bump of coke or a hand job?
Sure,
they look okay, but let's not go carry away, you know?
Got the swirl action. They're not the prettiest, but I'll get better at rolling them. I definitely found a recipe that works. These are delightful. There's a bite from the onion, the bacon, the meats. We're gonna hit this with some of that bacon ranch. Oh yeah. YouTube, that bacon ranch adds a whole other level of flavor to it.
I wouldn't say it's a flavor town, more like a flavor outpost.
These pinwheels, not the prettiest, but damn do they taste good.
Don't become self-conscious by just stating they're okay. That's not the same thing. This microwave looks like an 80s or 90s TV. I wonder if anyone ever tried that. Having a microwave that was also a TV. That would be weird. Alright. They looked good. By his standards, they looked good. I don't know who that is. King Cobra realizes his channel isn't deleted. Delete Josh Sanders' Facebook. Oh. Oh, these are... I think I saw this. Here, before we go back into more Cobes, let's find out who this dude is.
So just yesterday, I dropped a video on notorious internet degenerate gambling streamer Bossman Jack. And
if he's notorious, then he's notorious in a different style. And his addiction's gambling, that's unfortunate. Now, if he's trying to promote gambling to other people, go fuck themselves. Go fuck them, you know? Because that's the whole, like, CSGO skins and those guys who are backed by those Russian websites that just, like, all day just say, look how great this crypto is.
in it, I talked about how, you know, he doesn't treat his parents very well. He has
he looks tired.
Arrested for different things like breaking into cars, and also that he is a crackhead. And so,
okay, I can see the crackhead. He doesn't look too bad as far as crack goes. He probably doesn't use it non-stop, but I can see it. Probably explains why he's so tired.
After uploading yesterday's video, all three of those things ended up biting Jack in the ass tremendously. Now, with the title of the video, you can probably tell already what this is going to be about, but before we get to that, he had a big meltdown stream just earlier that day, and actually it's more like a series of different meltdowns.
Hold on, there is one thing I realized I could end up showing on. Yeah, I gotta remember. I just realized we do have one thing we can look at as a bit of a joke on Sunday, or even tomorrow. We'll see. Nothing to do with tonight. I just want to mentally keep it in my skull. Oh no, tomorrow's gonna be full of pollen. If you occasionally see me messing around with a packet, this is my Claritin. One keeps falling out. I have a grand total of 4 of the fuckers. Fidgeting. I just wish I had a fidget spinner.
First, and honestly, it looks like it would be pretty easy for a while, but then he just keeps getting lost.
I did have a fidget spinner. I need those cubes.
And then eventually that classic Jack rage comes out.
Oh my god. You. I can't just have a good night ever. Dude! You scamp, dude!
He gives me a vibe of Shia LaBeouf during his "just do it" phase. Or Joss Whedon. Yes, rage, rage.
You! That's some scamming shit!
You know,
Also, that now I realize why that door looks completely like bashed to shit. It's because it's bashed to shit. Okay.
a few bombs in the minesweeper fields and a few broken keyboards wasn't enough to stop Jack, because after a few more juicers, you know, juicers are what people give Jack to let him keep gambling. They donate him a little bit, and then he can use that money to try to build his winnings. It never really works out like you're about to see here, but
Gambling doesn't work like that. Playing the system, playing the suckers, or being a part of a scam works like that. You know, I don't gamble because I've seen too many people like just the horses, the dogs, cards. Over here, like people will bet on anything, and I mean anything. Will it snow at Christmas? The next name of a royal prince or princess. Who'll win at the Oscars? You know, the bookies will take anything if there's money in it. And people will gather and people will throw money in. And it's just such a scam. You know, say what you want about me and my eating and my drinking. And you should. It's why I'm on a diet. It's why I won't be drinking anything after tomorrow for a month. Why I haven't been drinking anything for a while. You can say at least one thing about those things. You know where it's going. It's going into your body. And then it's transferring into alcohol-fueled goodness or food-filled goodness. And then food-fueled badness and alcohol-fueled badness once you wake up the next morning. But yeah, this thing's going down, and I'm sure my wallet will be very happy that I'm not spending a fortune every week or every other week or God knows how long. You know what the sad fact is, though? If anyone wants to challenge me to a drinking contest in September, I'll probably lose. Because I won't have any, like, endurance. I won't be able to build up my tolerance back in time. Because if I can keep to the straight and narrow over the course of this month, wow, I'll be only top it up once. I might have a drink like a week before we go, but it's only 2 months away now. Can you believe that? But like I'm gonna be spending every day drinking beer, and if it's cold, I'll be probably getting a Fireball in a thermos, you know, to have some coffee. Walking down the street, enjoying a nice coffee. Okay, buddy, sure. Very, very cinnamony coffee, that.
Jack was right back at it. He was optimistic that he'd get another win, and for a while there, he does get a few. But then in that classic tried and true boss man Jack fashion,
This is just bullshit all the way down.
He bungles all of it.
Yo!
I still want to go to Vegas.
Yeah!
Drop it.
Let's
Drop
go!
it. Yeah, just drop
Let's
it.
go,
Drop
boys!
it. Drop it. Leave
Bands
now.
eat. $1 grand, bitch. $1 grand in the bag. Oh my god, 2 bands. Yo, oh my god. Let's go.
Alright, so he's got 2 grand. Okay, fucking leave. Now. You have just won 2 grand. What is wrong with you? Why do you have to stay? Well, now it can be turned into 5. Can it? Can it be turned into 6? Can it be turned into 10? Can it be turned into 20? Can it be turned into 20? Statistically, yes. Will it?
Oh,
We'll see.
let's go, guys. This is so sad. Man, my life, dude. Oh my god.
Wop 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 wow. Wop wop.
God, dude. Ah.
It didn't freeze, by the way. Not on my end.
So, I mean, as you can see, he is just losing it constantly here. And he's not losing like tens of thousands of dollars like we talked about in yesterday's video. He's only losing hundreds here. And yeah, that's still a lot. But for Jack, this
For me, that's
really
a good
isn't
chunk of
much.
change.
It's just been accumulating so much. Because ever since he won that 200 grand a few weeks ago, he has not had like any types of luck.
Ever since... Just fucking stop! That's the thing, like these streamers, these gambling streamers, they'll win vast sums of money and then just keep pissing it away. What is wrong with you people? Take the money out. 200,000 casually a few weeks ago. I'd be able to live off that for years. Even if I didn't just stay in my current lifestyle choice. Cash it out. Go. Even if they take like 10%, it doesn't fucking matter. Just go. Enjoy your life. Buy fucking crack. 200,000 will buy you a lot of crack. I don't even know what the current rates on the streets or the building, if you go into a building to get your crack, for what that would be worth. But if you want to overdose, now's your time. You want to go and get yourself a crack hoe as well? Numerous ones? That's what you're into? You know, at least get a new door. Spend 200,000 just on the door. You'd be able to get one of those, like, one of those panic room doors, the big metal ones. Fuck's sake, like, I can just look at this guy and know that he owes money to someone for something. Just pay him off. And then start over. I like doing that sort of thing where if you won the lottery. But I would have these very practical things. The very first thing I would do if I won the lottery would be pay off all my bills for like as much time as they legally would give me. If I won, like, say, let's not even be too crazy. Let's say 10 million, right? That's a lot of money. What would I do? I would go and I'd pay off everything here for 5 years. Just get it all sorted out. I'd also get the place renovated because it needs that. That would be a drop in the bucket. And then, of course, I'd go out. I'd celebrate. I'd go to the biggest place in town. Carrick first. Big hotel. Ask for the biggest room they have. Probably be the Landmark Hotel then. Or I could go up to the castle up there and rent a room out there. I don't know if they do walk-ins, but I'd rent it out. Go upstairs to my room and I would book a bunch of flights for the next day, or at least the day after. No, the day after. Because then what I would do is, the next day I would go and I'd get a new wardrobe. And I'd change as much money as I wanted. That's the beauty of it. For whatever country. Probably America to start off with. Then I'd go over to Dublin. And I would book a nice hotel for the evening. And go on out into town. Go to a fancy club and a fancy restaurant. And get in first thing in the morning. Get on the plane. Fly over to see some friends. And start paying off all their shit. Oh, you owe the bank this much? No, you don't. Here you go. That's what I'd do. I'd go around. I'd be like Johnny Appleseed, just going around America paying everyone's bills off. Need a new car? Well, it's not new. It is secondhand, but here you go. It's all paid up though. You don't ever have to worry about payments. You know, you need to get your roof fixed. How much is that? 30? Okay, yeah, it's 30,000. All the while, I'll be snagging up a nicer phone, and I'd be ordering shit for here when I came back. I'd have a completely new rig. I'd have like a VR set, brand new chair, new desk, numerous screens, so many screens, my God. You've never seen it, the amount of screens I'd have. Probably about maybe 6. But, and I'd sit, and I'd just like sit in my throne of opulence. And we'd do fun stuff together on stream. And I'd hang out with friends. And I'd live a life. That's what I'd do. But most people would be like, oh, I'd go to Vegas for like a weekend and buy out the city. Okay, so that's a fire and forget sort of way of doing the lottery. I'd have a years long thing of the lottery. And I'd also start investing. Now that's crypto shit. I'd invest. I'd put it into like savings accounts, good interest rates. So when all the base money dries up, I've got all that backup shit. I do not what Boogie did. Which is very easy to do. You just don't be Boogie. I wouldn't start like promoting fucking crypto and NFT and like weird cross promotional deals, you know? I wouldn't sell out. I'd celebrate. I'd celebrate for like 5 to 10 years. And at the end of it, I'd just return to this, which is hardly a bad thing. But now I'd have like trophies of my many victories. Whole lot more comfy stuff. What a nice nest egg. It'd be good. Be cool. This fucker, 200,000. Where do you think it all went? Drugs and this.
And obviously, when you're someone who gambles as much as him, this is now constantly eating at him in his head, telling him that these companies aren't letting him win because they let him win so fat just a few weeks ago. And you know what? He's probably not too wrong in that assessment, but I digress. That's not the point. No matter what, you can't be getting this angry to the point where you're breaking shit and just losing your mind like this. But if you think it's the last time, even in this video alone, well, you would be sadly mistaken, because Jack goes right back to it. He's playing more of this Minesweeper game, and eventually he's gonna lose it, and then he's gonna go on this weird rant where he kind of predicts and calls like everything about himself right before he gets arrested here. Jack says that he's a drug addict, he's a degenerate, he's a parent abuser, which really all this comes.
I know he said parent, but I thought it was parrot abuser, and I'm just picturing him with poor Nutty.
Comes full circle in just a few short hours after this stream, but I want to show you it and just let you see how Jack kind of calls his shot.
They fucking hate me. I hate my life too, dude. I'm a loser, bro. I fucking hate my life, dude. Oh my. I'm gonna have the biggest comeback story of all time, bro. The fucking drug addicted, gambling addicted, degen, parent abusing, fucking whatever, comes back and becomes a great person and accepts his. I'm telling you guys, man, this is just the start, dude. It's just the start, man.
Based on what? This is the first time I've ever heard of. I've seen the name Bossman Jack. This is the first time I've ever seen him. He's not building confidence with me, you know?
Nowadays, acts like they got their shit together. Have you guys noticed in our generation, everybody acts like they got their shit together? They're so cool, calm, collected.
No, they don't! What the fuck? My generation didn't do that, and no generation afterwards. Gen Alpha is the most anxious generation ever since records began to quantify that shit. They're terrified about jobs. They're terrified about the economy as a whole. Terrified about the environment. Terrified about well-being. Just a simple sense of like waking up in the morning and being like, am I okay? No, you're not okay. And there's many things not to be okay about. So younger generations, they can fake it a little better, but they still have so many problems. You gotta go back to like fucking Back when the biggest concern you had is whether or not the railway company was going to take your land.
They got all their
What
shit.
does how many bushels does the Lord of the Manor want?
They fucking show their real side.
And well, shortly after that stream, Jack sure as hell showed his true side because he got in a fight with somebody in his household. We don't know exactly who yet, but a lot of people are speculating that it was that old dastardly rat dad of his. It could have been his brother. You know, he knocked him out before. It could have been his mom, and I really hope that's not the case. That's just, if that's the that would be terrible, you know. But Jack, you know, he's facing a lot of jail time for this, and you might be wondering why. He got arrested for misdemeanor assault. Well, he also got arrested for felony drug charges. This is where the whole crackhead thing comes back.
Isn't it great that you can beat the living shit out of an elderly family member and it's just a naughty, but you know, they have drugs and suddenly it's the worst thing ever? And don't get me wrong, crack is bad. As far as drugs go, it's pretty fucking bad. But it's the proportion is all over the place.
Back into play because whatever Jack had on him, it was enough to be classified as a felony. I don't.
Yeah, or maybe if I was gonna say maybe if he was smuggling the fucking shit, if he was making it.
If this was just some pot. And I only wonder that because of the jail he's in right now, which again, we will get to in just a little bit, because some of you guys might already be typing away at the comments about this jumpsuit Jack is in right now. You see, because if you're somebody who's like new to the channel here, or maybe you're just watching this video because you follow Bossman Jack's
one with Jared, is it?
On with his arrest, you might.
Not Jared. One day, maybe. One day, hopefully, we'll see Jared in a picture like this. But not Jared. Daniel Lawson. It isn't the same one, is it? Oh, hi Troy, good to see you. It's been a bit of a topsy-turvy here at the old LEV today, but I can still manage to give you a stream like this. Don't know how long I'm going to be streaming for. I'm pretty comfy right now. My sciatica isn't acting up. I did my exercises. It's a fast day today, so I'm not. I ate my food for today, but if I want to wait 4 more hours, I can grab myself a bowl of fruit and fiber like a sweet boy. In reality, no, I'm good. I think at the end of in 4 more hours, I'm gonna get into bed and go to sleep and wake up at a reasonable hour. Actually, because I get to enjoy myself tomorrow. Like the way the sun's setting, it makes my beard look like I've got a big Santa or God beard going on. I don't have a Santa beard anymore. And I once a little kid actually said, like, I was up at the bar and someone working there had their kid waiting for them, and they must have been like 4 or 5. And he just said, "Are you Santa?" Because I was still back in my trench coat, and had my hat. Maybe he put 2 and 2 together and thought I was Santa. And I said, "No, I'm just one of his helpers." This, of course, is around about Christmas time. Which is always what you say, you know. Let them believe. Roscoe. No, but did you know Santa Claus was a real person? His name was Saint Nicholas, and he existed in the Roman Empire. Like, go through the whole Council of Nicaea. Or is it Council of Chattagosia? God damn it.
Might not know why this is so significant. However, if you've been watching my videos for about 2 to 3 years now, you will recognize this prison outfit. And if you're like kind of scratching your head right now, it's like, wow, man, I've seen this before, but where have I? Well, It just so happens that Boss Man Jack is at Central Regional Virginia Prison, whatever it was called. I'm sorry I don't remember the name, but guess what? It's the jail that Chris Chan went to when he boinked his mother almost 3 years ago. Now,
3 years
we're coming
already.
up on the anniversary of that, which is just terrifying that it's been that long.
I know, right?
It's wild to see somebody else
Time flies when you're
colors, and it's
pointing
not
out horrible
Chris Chan,
people.
but it's old Crackman Jack, and he looks
Jack.
just so out of it in this mugshot here. It's mainly because his eyes are closed. Now,
I love in that
do
picture,
too
Chris Chan had no idea what was going on.
Every week with Kiwi tapes, and he brought up a great point last night. Why did they just let this happen? I've never seen them process somebody and then let them take their mugshot with their eyes closed. But maybe I'm wrong.
Maybe it was a busy day.
Jack sneezed during it. Who knows? But they could have taken another picture. They didn't. This is what we got now. But it's fascinating.
Or Sonichu.
To see him in the
Sonichu came out okay. You know what? Fuck it. Let's check in on Chris Chan. The Chris Chan horrifying history. Chris Chan a comprehensive. Geo Samuel. That is just peak internet documentary. Though I've recently I finally got down and started watching the Jared documentary. Subhuman. I was watching that earlier today. Down the rabbit hole. That's all. They're also fantastic as well. Who's this douchebag? Where is Chris Chan? Oh, it'd be CW, isn't it? It's like, yeah. There they are. Let's have a gander. Let's see what they did. Oh yeah, they pick up gravel. I don't think I actually showed this on stream.
Hey everybody, Christine Chandler here.
Christine Chandler now it is, isn't it? Christine Chandler.
I'm going to be collecting a bunch of the stones from the old driveway here at the old temple.
The old Temporino.
For resurfacing for the Etsy store. But anyway, you're going to see my process a little bit one way or another, so enjoy the view.
This is Chris Chan's old house. We don't know if the Ma's still inside there. If they are, there must be some sort of restraining order. God, I hope so. Never forget that Chris Chan didn't get out for being proven innocent. Chris Chan got out because there was no evidence that could be found on the grounds that it just wouldn't have lasted. And the two people involved both admitted they did it, though Chris Chan's now recanted that. But Barb said it happened. Chris Chan said it happened, but both are very mentally ill. They are highly regarded. Well, actually, no, Barb's isn't. Barb's is suffering from dementia. We'll probably find out when she dies. But Chris Chan is highly regarded and also just mentally ill, more broader sense. But to make money, they gather gravel at their driveway. Damn it, Chris Chan. They spam Barbussy. It is. Not like when Dr. Disrespect was playing Fortnite a few days before the channel got taken down. The doctor is into lolly. Has killed you on Fortnite. No point talking about Dr. Disrespect now. The meme has passed. I don't know if Landon would be into that anyway. Yeah, it's gravel. You shouldn't be there.
Sorting out all the trash and
there's two reasons why Chris Chan shouldn't be there. Number one, Chris Chan shouldn't be there because if Barb's is there, you sexually assaulted your own senile mother. If Barb's has been moved, a new family is living there, and they look out the window and find this random person scrounging around in their driveway. It's just off-putting. With a camera, too. It's just creepy. It's fucking creepy.
Stones before bagging them. We did the last time.
Curse you, Mr. Sun! Go down already! It's almost 9 o'clock. Well, it's 8. Yeah?
And so it is.
Clue disappear.
Like the salt of
Clue
the earth,
disappear.
The rocks and stones
Clue.
and gravel from this place that is holy and sacred, because I am holy and sacred.
Because yeah, you are
bless
holy
all
and
these
sacred,
stones
aren't
personally
you?
with
No.
my energy and my flow.
Your flow?
And that all be known.
You got surgery.
It is all divinely good. And regardless of what setbacks y'all may have on my response,
God says y'all.
Very few of you, I know more of you have blessings.
No.
Have been enriched within you.
No.
From the stones that you have said previously.
One of the worst things Keffels ever did was interview you, because Keffels did it with a straight face, not realizing that Christian is Christian.
Which I have personally blessed as well, just by having my energy blessed and around them. Personally.
Personally. That sounds so threatening. Alright, let's have a gander. Christian... a polka? Music! So sweaty. I was not prepared for what I was walking into. It's just gibberish. No. No, we can't keep... Oh, Elf doesn't know who Christian is. What's the point? It's not funny without the context. Landon doesn't know who Christian is. Not really. At least I don't think he does. We'll watch it here. No point keeping it. I had a bad habit. Before today, and all this technical bullshit, I had a bad habit of just bookmarking everything. Completely unnecessary. I want this to slowly pan out to like the Donbass, and there's like Russian troops, it's lashing rain, and they're huddled around the little tiny like burner in a trench, and an old beat up Soviet radio is playing this out, and you just hear distant artillery shells everywhere. And everyone looks so hungry and sad. Fuck Putin. It sounds like Lilu Dallas multipass language. Like, what the fuck? It's Gleb! It's Gleb from Smiling Friends. Why are they so sweaty? Why are they so sweaty?
Nyt kanssani tanssii, kun poukani härkästi helkata. Poi helppo surkun hammasta purkoon, humstilan hitmisti sorrempää. Tule tuttu, nyt kanssani tanssi, niin meillä on
Oh, don't get lazy now, the song's almost over.
Mutta jaattoka sentään poukka, kun rakkaimmat on rakennetta. Niin varrassa kodkirja Londonsa, kun kuunteli soittoa kaihoissa. Sakkirarpen poika, se poukka on vain mutta sellainen, että teillis on joutarin muistojen. On soittina Karlan antoin noisen, Sakkirarpen poukka.
Hey, Cobes. Oh, it's StreamYards. I might have to start looking into that. StreamYards. That was so fucking weird. That was so weird, bruh. I feel like I'm married now in some cultures. Like, what the fuck? Christian is not Cobes. Will never be Cobes to me, okay? There's very few lolcows out there that I really give a shit about. I've culturally osmosised Cobes. But not Cobes, Christian. But for Cobes, this hits me more personal. Even though both of them are artistic. But Christian has never hooked me, except for the few times when they do. And at that point, you just, you know, you just go with the flow. Sauce in my pants.
What's up, Facebook? Doing a live video on my Facebook page. If you read the title of the live video, then you know what's up.
I don't.
This Delta 8 pen right here.
Hey, nice. They put subtitles in.
I hope you're all having a fucking beautiful Thursday, because I'm not.
Oh, that's gonna be blinging all the time. Doo doo. Bubs is having a bad version of what happened to me.
Later about the situation, but right now I'd like to get this off.
Is this when Cobes screams at Jessica that like, fuck off, I'll talk to you later?
Chest and let you all know
Then we
what's
have
going
seen
down.
it.
So YouTube sent me a message saying that my King Cobra JFS YouTube channel has been removed from the website for impersonation. And
yeah, you use that Talking Tom app thing.
Chance to state my case, but I highly doubt it'll do any good. And what pisses me off about this Facebook is that my YouTube trolls are doing two things. One, they are abusing YouTube's policies to mass flag my videos, which is super against terms and services by creating fake accounts.
Oh, you can see. Hey, you can see the notifications now. That's cool. That's the trade-off. All right. All right. Talking about the Hawk 2 girl. And very cool, Vili. And it's Senator Armstrong, who has one of the coolest fucking songs ever.
My videos. And two, they steal my content all the time. My YouTube trolls.
He's right, I do steal his content all the time. Except then I talk over it and that alters it. It's transformative. It's the bread and butter for thousands, if not millions of creators on this platform. And it isn't even just to other creators. you could like a historian reacts to scenes from Troy. We get the actors from this 1992 ad for I don't know, a fucking movie or something, to come in and talk about it. Looking back over your former stuff, like it's just you talking about shit, and it's good. It's a very important part of YouTube content. So at that now, if I were to just go and upload this under the name King Cobra JFS, and it's all your content without any reason for it, then yes, that would be stealing. But I am not stealing, and neither is everyone else. Even this King Cobra JFS deleted Facebook Live freakout, right? Number 1, subtitles. Number 2, another platform, so it doesn't count. And number 3, he deleted it himself, making it fair game. Number 4, I'm just noticing now, he's got the samurai haircut.
Impersonate me all the time. They do.
The back knot.
Ridiculous. They impersonate the fuck out of me. They steal my content. They bully the shit out of me. And when I go to flag their shit, nothing gets done about it. Nothing gets done about it. So I'm like, whatever. I just ignore it and keep doing my thing. And YouTube didn't even tell me what I was impersonating.
Look at the shine on his forehead. I know I'm mostly bathed in light, but that's because the sun is literally in my face right now. But you don't see an extra radiated, and it's not so focused either. It's just whooshing. That is impressive. I can't remember the last time I was on stream and my head glowed. Krendar's does that. I've noticed that. Sometimes his head gets super shiny.
To get my shit deleted. I woke up this morning. Oh my god,
yeah.
Jessica, I will fucking
call you back.
Let me do the
Yeah.
fucking video.
I've not seen the whole video, so I've just seen that clip.
Josh, and I appreciate that, but let me fucking do the video first.
Folks, Jessica's a horrible person, and she's mentally unwell, and she's just not good for you. But the fact that you have anyone in your life who cares enough for you to contact, you should be grateful for. Like anyone. Because you shouldn't have friends because you're very poisonous and toxic. Like you shouldn't have old friends who still stay in touch. Even what's his name, Darth, because you're just so unpleasant to be around. At least that's the vibe everyone gives. And then Sun met up with you, and he said you were actually a very interesting person. And then you went, and you fucking kicked him under the fucking bus. Like, you threw him under the bus. Why'd you do that? Because you're a horrible person. Because he criticized you once. In a very subtle way. You know that wouldn't have been the first draft. He just threw you under the bus. But you threw him under the bus. My bad. So, fuck off. Be glad that someone's contacting you. I was chatting to someone earlier when I was live streaming there, but I'm not like, oh god, someone pinged me just when I hit live. It happens. I've said this before. I tend to get a lot of Tinder matches when I'm live for some reason. I think it's just the time of day I do it. People aren't working, they go home and they look at their phone like, okay. I have to uninstall Tinder. There's no point me being on it. What can I do? I can't go anywhere until America's done. Yeah. Womp womp. Lev, is you lonely? I was a little lonely. Boop. Ah.
Oh my fucking god. How many times do I gotta tell her? I appreciate that just for years, but fuck, dude.
No, you don't appreciate it. You're just saying it because you are expected to.
Making a video. I will call you when I'm done.
I found my dollars recently, by the way.
No offense,
what I had left.
I'm trying to get the word out here.
And I've got $1.
YouTube terminated my King Cobra JFS channel for, and I quote, impersonation. They didn't even tell me what the hell I was impersonating to get my channel deleted. You know what I'm saying? They just gave me a play-by-play of their policy.
I got $1.25. Could I get a can of Coke with $1.25? I'd get something in a Walmart with this. $1. There is something very aesthetic about the US dollar. It harkens back, ironically, for such a young currency to an older time. To me, everyone, no one really wants to admit this, but to everyone, money looks like this in their minds. If it isn't just like solid gold coins, it's that. And that's media for it. A record, $1. How much would $1 go for right now? I'm gonna say 90 cent. My money. Dollar to euro is currently 92 cent. All right, I wasn't too far off. I could get. What's $1.25 then? Euro? No. Hey, euro, 116. All right. I could get. What could I get? Now only 700 and something to go. Not counting any money you guys have given. Which is like 8 euro. No, it's a bit more than that. Huh. I'm gonna say I've got $10. If you count this money here, I've got $10 towards the trip. That's enough to buy a beer in a fancy, bougie bar somewhere. I think we got a long way to go. Anyway, back to Cobes.
And like I said, it's super against YouTube's policies to flag people's videos who are not violent.
No, you were going to say to fuck people, and that's also true.
Is YouTube is run by a computer.
Just one computer, yeah.
It hardly ever goes to an actual human being to review the said complaints.
True.
You can pay Mr. Beast all this money to do his thing on YouTube, but you can't afford to pay an actual staff of human beings.
It isn't just YouTube that pays Mr. Beast. That's a bit of a weird... Oh, I've got more dollars here. And kroner. Shit, why do I have kroner and dollars? Liberty. United States. Oh, I've got another dollar. I've got a dollar coin here. Neat. One good thing about your money is that it actually, 1988, same year I was born. Damn. Just a quarter? Didn't know you guys still had that old money in circulation. 5 cents. One thing about your money, it's easy to spot because you always have your leaders on the back of it. Krona. For some reason, I have all my money mixed in with my Icelandic money, which I gotta say does not bode me well in confidence that I'm ever gonna go back to Iceland. Which is a shame because it's actually quite lovely. Right, so I got like $1.30. Cool. Sorry, Cobes, you were saying?
To work a 9 to 5. So all I'm going to do is try to appeal it.
Oh, $2. Yeah.
They sent me a message saying, if you believe this message was an error, please tell us why we should reverse.
I get something at McDonald's with this.
So there you go.
I'm rich.
I woke up this morning and I was having trouble with my internet. So I figured, okay, I'll clear my cookies and clean up my Mac, do that kind of thing, keep it running tip top.
Hey, same with me.
My history was cleared. And it wouldn't let me log into my main email, so... And because I don't have a cell phone, because I broke mine...
You don't say.
Etsy is not going to let me just send the verification code to my email, so it is what it is.
Yeah, he's actually in many ways the same boat as me.
Process for getting back to my main email. They're going to send me a verification code for that to my other email within like the next 2 days.
More dollars.
I do have a backup King Cobra channel, which is nice, but it doesn't have as many subscribers. It's been a fucking day, dude. Fuck's sake.
Fuck sickos.
At some point in my life, I gotta stop breaking my cell phone because having no cell phone.
You beat the shit out of your cell phones and then you claim that a truck runs over them. But half the time we see you beat the shit out of your cell phone. You break your phone. Because you get drunk and you get angry and you break your shit. Just like that dude earlier who was smashing his shit up. At least he had a justified reason to lose his shit. He's a junkie who just lost a bunch of money. $200,000. Fuck's sake. Or people say, oh, you sound jealous. I'm fucking damn right I'm jealous. I want 200,000 just to piss away. I wouldn't piss it away. I'd actually make it mean something. Money woes are going to be a big factor this month for me. Not in the sense that I can't afford all the important stuff. It's just that because of that, I don't have anything else. Can't get the little quality of life things. But I can at the same time. It's all about how you look at shit.
In this situation has made it 10 times more difficult.
Saving myself some hassle later in the year.
Like I said, 2 wands for sale that I'm going to sell on my Etsy. They're going to come with autographed tapes.
That's also another thing. His Etsy, he sells his wands for like a good chunk of money. He sold one for like 800 once. And it's like next to nothing to build them. Where does that money go? DoorDash. DoorDash, DoorDash, DoorDash. DoorDash all the fucking way down. Alcohol, DoorDash, probably Chatterbait. Where the girls are paid to like fuck you. Or, you know, masturbate with you and shit. Their job. I don't really see what the inherent like appeal of that is. Doesn't sound fun. You want about Omegle, but you would occasionally meet women who wanted the exact same thing you did. Rare.
Cheapest cell phone I can get is $155.
You can get cheaper ones than that.
2 wands with some autograph tapes, and I charge a little bit extra for that. I can make it happen.
Do cameos.
The wands themselves are very fancy. They have gems on the end, or like little glass beads. You know what I'm saying?
Beads. Slurp.
And I'm not mad at Jessica for calling me. She's just concerned. I'm mad that fucking YouTube does this crap. You know what I'm saying?
Mute that
and the
shit.
YouTube trolls do this crap to my girlfriend all the time, and I'm fucking sick of it. They abuse the mass flagging system on these social media websites. When me and Jessica do not go out of our fucking way to bother anyone or hurt anyone, we just do.
Jessica does, so I don't know what your problem is, what you're complaining about there. And you, it sounds like you want to call for the death of trans people because you think they're all pedophiles. Do you not understand that, like, a lot of what you say is actually kind of abhorrent and wrong? Because you no, there's probably some horrible reason for that. Finds out that Cobes is being.
Why I can relate to Jessica and why she can relate to me is because we both get trolled mercilessly nonstop.
Jessica lost her job because she was circulating footage of a girl's nudes, like an underage girl's nudes that she didn't like. You're banned from so many places in Casper. You are menaces. Like, you aren't harmless.
The internet can be a really disgusting place for that kind of thing.
Can, but it's not in your case.
Well, now the trolls are not going to have content to make fun of me for, so they're doing it to themselves.
Yes, it came back.
My channel gets taken down for impersonation, but the YouTube trolls can sit there and impersonate me to bully me on YouTube, and nothing gets done about it. That's fantastic.
No, I mean, the Reddit got taken down. Notice that didn't bring him joy. It just made his head shinier, my god.
YouTube channels can steal my videos without my permission. They snipe my videos, copy them, and paste them. Like the
That's
same
not
videos.
what sniping means. As for the copying and pasting them, no, they alter them. Maybe there's like an underground Cobes stolen shit where it's like re-uploaded. Because it is actually weird that, like, when you type in King Cobra, it's not him that is top billing for his own name. But there is an industry of Cobra themed shit around, but they all do something with it. I'm a part of it because I'm right here right now doing it. I'm talking over him. I'm making comments. I'm making fun. I'm occasionally praising, few and far between. I'm giving context. I am reacting.
They flag me for on YouTube by mass flagging it through organized trolling.
No.
Channel gets taken down or a strike or whatever, but then they re-upload the same video to their channel just to fuck with me, and it's sad.
He just forgot his password, if I remember right.
You have to try this hard to bully me on the internet. Your life
They
is
don't
consumed by me, and it's not healthy.
No, it's not. It's really not.
Now, I'm going to submit an appeal to YouTube for my King Cobra JFS channel. That's all I can do. Although I already did that, and when I hit submit, it took me back to the same damn page.
Yeah,
like, I
YouTube
busted
sucks.
my ass on my YouTube channel to make something of myself. Trying to make the world a better place to just speak my mind.
How?
And the whole world.
How do you make the world a better place? You make Casper worse. Property values downgrade as you are nearby them. Like, if there was like 12 of you, if you were cloned 12 times, it'd be considered an active war zone.
Gonna shit on me for it. I'm so fucking alright.
I want to see Cobes and the boys.
Mighty tasty, yo, but
Should got a hero-gasm.
It's not ready. The Skittles are not completely dissolved, and I'd rather film the straining process when I get my cell phone, so you can see the up-close action. realistically, the
Do we have
Skittles
to?
probably not going to be ready till like the 19th.
He's drinking it now, but you never really see him drinking it that much. He just always infers that
And
he's
that's my
drinking
whole
it.
shtick, dude. I don't do anything to hurt anyone. I make my
Yes, you do. Every time you're saying, oh, vegan people are this and trans people are that, you are hurting people, even though you don't actively believe half the shit you're saying. It'd be like if I obsessed over the last guy, the Bossman Jack dude. If I made him out of nowhere my world. Why? Because it would get content? Because no, because for Cobes, it fills up the room. It fills up the silence. Like, he just... I almost wish there was, like, cameras in his place when he didn't know. Because you'd hear some of the most vile shit, some of the most crazy-ass shit out there. And he'd just mutter it under his breath all the time as he's wandering around. The famous fuck sickos when he's on his toilet.
Made wine. I make my wands.
Wine.
I sell merchandise on my customized girl. I sell music,
with the backwards
soap.
T-shirt.
It's not much, but it's an honest living.
Well, he actually gets a lot of money.
Is that a lot of it relies on the internet to do this kind of thing.
All of it relies on the
And with
internet.
amount
What the
of
fuck?
fans that I have, getting a regular job is just not going to happen.
Why?
As soon as someone finds out where I work, that person that hired me is going to get harassed, and then I get fired.
But you probably couldn't get a job. Like, you probably couldn't get a job now even on, like, a McDonald's. You'd have to at very least go back to school. Quite honestly, I think I'd have to do the same. To get like a 9-to-5 job. And I didn't like my 9-to-5 jobs. I never found a 9-to-5 job that worked for me. But I did retail. And I did warehouse shit. Like, it's not so hard to get. I think you'd be okay with a cash in hand job. A little bit under the table. Oops.
So it's like now I'm literally being attacked for everything that I do.
Literally. No, you're not. You're figuratively. Literally being attacked would be someone breaking into your house and beating you up.
I get fired from my jobs because of my idiot YouTube trolls.
Really? Then how did you lose your job in Wendy's? Was it your trolls? Was it your trolls? No. No, it wasn't.
So I'm doing my thing here.
I'll wrap it up in 20 minutes. We'll watch something to end the night.
As soon as I can get $155, I'll be able to get a new cell phone. And that was kind of the whole point of being able to log into Etsy. Which I don't get it. Like, if you use the same computer for all your emails, and it logs you out because your history on the internet got cleared, but it won't let you log back in without doing a verification code or a security check. And it's like,
I don't like the two-step verification. I had to deal with that a lot today.
Information safe to a point, but that's beside the point.
Ugh.
So I don't know if there's anything my fans can do. Like, maybe they can write to the YouTube team about unbanning my channel. I'll do what I can on my end when I'm a bit more calm. I'm not so, you know what I'm saying? Like,
no, because you kind of burped your answer there.
Yeah, I'm having a day, dude.
Yeah.
And I gotta change my PO box tomorrow. So there's that.
Alright, I know the rest of this. It's a big misunderstanding. You get it back. Yeah, it's fine. Listen to this, and I'll be listening to... Oh! Hey, Cobes. And let's have a look at the UK elections real quick. Exit poll releases in 1 hour.
Yahoo!
If I start an hour later, I might have stayed awake. Well, not awake, but
YouTube, so I got me
on
one of my delicious pinwheels.
He still has those things? Dude, just, yeah, okay, that's cool. My projection is Labour will win, but it won't have enough to fill out a majority, and it will have to reach a compromise. They'll have to form a coalition government. Or it will win, but it'll be a very small majority. Now, if it does have to form a coalition, Labour would probably work best with the Scottish Independents, the Lib Dems, and the Greens. Like I said, the Lib Dems and the Greens aren't really doing that well. So, the Scottish Independents. As for the rest, I don't know politics nearly enough in the UK, especially up north. I know they wouldn't work with the DUP, but then again, they have becoming more and more centrist, more and more conservative. So maybe they would work with the DUP. Kind of ironically enough, what David Cameron's government was, because he worked with the Northern Ireland parties. They could work with the Sinn Féin, that's some irony, but they are an active party. Guess we'll find out in an hour. Although, no, it'll take more than an hour, but still.
Those pinwheels are delicious.
Cool, so what's all this about then? This came out 27 minutes ago.
Happy birthday, America.
Hell yeah. Is that a Jack Daniels peach-flavored energy drink?
And of course, a happy wedding anniversary to Ozzy and Sharon. That's what's up.
Okay. I'm going to mention the election.
Yeah, after a bit, I'll be playing the Star Spangled Banner for YouTube. Which just wanted to say cheers.
Cheers.
We got some Jack Daniels Southern Peach Country cocktails in a can.
Sounds...
These are delightful if you like peach flavored stuff.
I can't get behind peach like he does. I much more prefer getting behind Princess Peach, but that's only to do things to her body repeatedly. And consensually, not a sicko. Tubes 21 it up. Right up there.
Those pinwheels I made are really good too.
Yeah, it sounds like they were delightful the way you're expressing yourself. Ugh.
I still have another roll left to cut up.
Okay.
I think I'll save that one for later and just snack on the ones I have on plate now. But anyways, yeah, so I'm drinking.
There's a lot of quietness in his life. It's way more than mine is. I normally have an audiobook playing, or like a long form video, or like a live stream. As of late, I've of course been watching more shows. For Cobes, it seems the only time he ever does that is when he's on camera. And while I know he can't play music because of copyright, I know when he gets super shit-faced on stream, he gets his headphones out and starts listening to that shit. But I would have just thought there'd be a constant drone going on.
A Jack Daniels Southern Peach.
Has to mention it a few seconds after previously mentioning
delightful. Also, if you're drinking, drink responsibly. This
21.
Fuck with fireworks if you've been drinking too much. And
well, that sounds like commie talk.
Excuse me. Oh.
Yeah, America.
Pardon me.
That's the American dream right there.
It's just complimenting the brewer.
That's not as funny as you think it is. Alright. I'm just gonna go watch this
It may look
weird
gross, but this
Japanese
is one
thing,
of
and
Okinawa's
then
most
we'll end up.
culturally important dishes, and it's a story that deserves to be told. I was looking for a no-fuss meal after a day of travel, so I decided to head to Sukiya, my favorite beef bowl.
I wonder what he does for a living. Because he's always bouncing around Japan, and that can't be cheap. But he's got a car, and that is definitely not cheap. Very few people actually have it. And I know also my green screen's all fucked up. Like, I've been moving stuff around. Today's a very sort of DIY episode. In fact, when this is over, I am just going to go and turn on Imprudent King, which is the life of Philip V, and play something that has knights and castles, and just ignore the rest of the world till like midnight. And at some point I'll check at my phone and be like, oh, they won. I guess we'll talk about it tomorrow. Because more or less this time tomorrow, I'll make up the thumbnail before I go to bed, probably. Oh god, I'm gonna have to. Alright, when I'm finished, I gotta download Photoshop again. God damn it. And Shotcut. We'll do that after this.
Chain in Japan, but I wanted something.
Yeah, I'm always curious what he does for a living. Because it seems to be, I don't think this does enough bank.
New, some perspective. I noticed they had a new slimy okra and seaweed bowl, but that's just not what I'm after. But then I saw a flag representing the kingdom of taco rice, and for only $3.96, it's a bargain. Now this is in Okinawa, so it's probably not authentic, but it's an easy homage to a classic. This is taco rice, and it's, wait no, this is tea. This is taco rice, and it's more than just
tea in a glass, like in a Coke glass, so either it's cold tea or
rice taco salad. It's a ridiculous mishmash of flavors and textures, and I can hear some of you guys yelling about the raw lettuce and hot rice combo, but calm down, it's okay. It tastes like what it looks like. Taco seasoning seasoned beef with cheese, lettuce, beans, including edamame for some reason, and crushed tortilla chips. The story goes that taco rice was invented in 1984 when the owner of a restaurant realized a gap in the market. After World War II, Okinawa was occupied and controlled by the US until 1972, meaning two things: lots of cars and lots of Marines. And these Marines were always looking for a cheap meal that was similar to home. So, this Mexican, American, Japanese, Okinawan something or other of a bowl was created. But why is it at Sukiya? I don't know. It may look gross, but this is one of Okinawa's most...
Okay, cool. Before I go, does he do any actual videos, not just shorts? Japan's Hidden Paradise. And weird. Empty Ramen Alley. Alright. We'll watch some of these tomorrow with Elf. Because Elf can speak Japanese to a point, so that might be interesting. Okay, we got one. Alright, we got one thing of content for tomorrow. Okay, that's pretty fucking cool. You see, if you don't force it, it happens naturally eventually, and we just let ourselves here. But my shoulder's starting to act up, which is increasingly becoming a sign of my sciatica. It's the whole side of me now. It's just sometimes it kicks up, sometimes it doesn't. Today was pretty good, but I've got a limit. I'm gonna wrap up here, and I've still got some things to do tomorrow, but I can start like unwinding. I'm gonna go and just gotta clean up my fucking treadmill as well. Shit. I've got to go and download the last of the things I need to download, and make up the thumbnail for tomorrow. By the way, it seems my thumbnail survived the apocalypse. Of all the things, which just makes me annoyed because I could have taken the slobs file and put it into my thumbnails, and that would have been safe. Anyway, I'm gonna go and pop in some pictures and put it together, and tomorrow I'll upload this. So around about this time tomorrow we'll go live I've got booze, got food. I'll have Elf, who will have wine apparently. Wine. And we need content, because that little thing won't make a whole evening. So if you want to help Lev out during a stressful week, please consider joining the Discord, which we do a watch party on Monday. Anyone can enter. And we can go to you can go to channel suggestions and throw out a suggestion for something to watch. Make sure it's YouTube friendly. As for me, tomorrow, then on Saturday, I will try to give you something over on Twitch. Hopefully, the worst of it will be sorted by then. And then the Sunday is London. Then Monday's the watch party. And don't forget this tomorrow is the last day where I will be drinking for 1 whole month. Womp womp. I'll be appreciating this financially later in the year. But for now, I've got to struggle. And we're only at day 4. So, God knows what's going to happen. Who knows, maybe I will win the lottery. As much chance of winning this Coves, I don't play, neither does he. Anyway, take care. Thank you all showing up when you did. And, yeah.